Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
Are you good, bro?
Beat his ass, Kong. Get him, Kong. I'm sorry, yo. He ain't scared of you, Kong. He's a service dog. I'm sorry. He's servicing.
Kong is not a good service dog.
You're an animal, Kong. You're supposed to be servicing me, not fighting me.
Yeah.
Sit. Good girl. Great. Wait. Sit. Wait. This is still kind of new. Now, I should be able to go this far back without her moving. And she should be able to sit there and wait for me to actually command. Sorry for the hanger basket in the way, but until I command her to. Come here. Good girl. You should be able to sit. Sit. Good. Okay, I'm going to drop the lead. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to sit down over here. Come here. All the way. All the way. Yes. Good girl. Come on, all the way. Oh, you're all right. Good girl. Yes. So the two goons are at it again. Well, really, this has been going on. But it's not just, okay, like this happened a little bit ago with Logan Paul. However, people haven't really been talking about this with Jake Paul. So if you can remember, obviously, Logan Paul, and the picture could be right here. Logan Paul, apartment only took one dog. So basically his roommate's other dog made a confliction issue to where they were like, oh, you can't have more than one dog unless the dog is a service animal. That's when he said his dog was a service dog and provided fake documentation. The ridiculousness in this is insane. And I mean, he could have made him at most an emotional support animal. Emotional support animals have no pet housing rights. No, he decides to make him a service dog. Why do I know this? And why am I talking about this? Basically, I'm talking about this because I am somebody that has a service dog. I am somebody that has actual proof that they are disabled. And you have dumbasses like him ruining it for people like me. I actually get so anxious at every little thing Rin does in public, even though she's so great. Because why? Of him, of people like him, bringing in their untrained mongrel animals. And I kind of don't mean it like they're like the animals are mongrels. I mean it as they are untrained and they don't do anything about it, and it puts a bad light on us. Now, in this next video, I'm going to give out my commentary. Now, I already saw the video with him in regards to and that's why I kind of know. I am going to show the clip though. I am going to watch the video, the videos he did in regards to, I'm waiting for it to load. Okay. So basically, I'm going to watch the videos in regard to his dog. Basically, now I'm going to show it here on the screen. Just hang on a second. I got to take out the video capture device.
I'm standing here and I see this water fountain, right? It says out of service. But what happens if you put a service dog on the water fountain? There we go. Oh, you fixed it, Kong! That's my boy!
My commentary on this part is completely unsanitary. Now, Service dogs are not allowed in carts. They are not allowed on table booths or chairs or anything in that sort of way unless they are tasking. Meaning they could be doing deep pressure therapy and they get up on your lap to do stuff. You know, they could be performing a task. That is fine. They are allowed on couches and stores. They're allowed on as long as they're tasking. Now, if you're putting them on there and they're not tasking, that's not under ADA. You cannot be doing that. So here we go with the ridiculousness of dumbass Paul. Well, dumbass one, because you got two dumbasses. You got.
Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
Are you good, bro?
This is what pisses me off. If Khan was barking at Rin, I would be pissed. Okay? Now, obviously, I would have Rin ignore it and correct her. She would even as much as look what she does. She might whine sometimes. That happens. I correct it and she will stop because she knows, oh, wait, that's not acceptable. You know? I mean, if that was happening to Rin, my service dog, I would be telling him, what are you doing? That's not a service dog. That is an emotional support animal at least. And if he's not an emotional support animal and a service dog, you are committing a felony and something completely illegal. That's what I would tell him. And what gets me mad is you can tell on her face, the lady, you can tell on her face.
Put him in air jail. Put him in air jail.
I am. He's not. Oh.
Air jail.
The lip licking, the stare, the growling, those are signs of aggression. If you know laws of the ADA, a service dog cannot at all be aggressive. If a service dog or a service dog in training shows signs of aggression, the handler must pull the dog out of PA, aka public access, and begin retraining. If the dog cannot come back from that, then the dog has to become a washout or aka retire because the dog cannot listen. And right there, they're not correcting him right. You know, he's sitting there barking. They're not doing any corrections. They're not telling him, you know. Now, obviously with me, you know, you're going to be able to see it when I do the side-by-side of Khan and Rin, but you can tell that, you know, Rin did not listen to me. I immediately corrected and she listened to me. That is how a service dog should act. Yeah, they sometimes mess up. And of course, when it's something new, like with that, I mean, because she's used to, you know, it's something new. We just started working on it a couple days ago. You know, it's new to her, so she's not going to do it 100%. You know, she's going to try to get up at first, but immediate correction. Well, actually, we started working on it yesterday. I was wrong. Not a couple days ago, yesterday. So really, this is only day 2 of that. So you're going to get that, you know, not 100%. And like I said, we did a lot of training. She's kind of like tired. So, you know, I probably should have tried to push it for tomorrow, but I just felt like doing it today. So
I'm fire, bro. Oh, what's gone into you today, Khan? Dog, he's supposed to be a service dog, not an asshole.
Barking in the carrier, still at the dog, because they did not correct his behavior.
Do have bad news. As usual, when we travel, I don't know why this happens to us. We got delayed, and it's a connecting flight. We land in Atlanta at 3:20. We board to go to Los Angeles at 3:22. We're so You're the adult in this situation, what do we do?
We hope for the best.
Carrying the dog, like he's doing, is not allowed. The dog has to be on all fours on the floor unless he's carrying him for tasking such as diabetic, medical needs, you know, and, you know, obviously this is not showing that.
Beat his ass, Khan. Get him, Kong. I'm sorry, yo. He ain't scared of you, Kong. He's a service dog. I'm sorry. He's servicing.
Kong is not a good service dog.
You're an animal, Kong. You're supposed to be servicing me, not fighting me.
Yeah.
Right there. Like, that is completely unacceptable behavior. Him chewing on the leash and pulling, again, not acceptable behavior for a trained service dog. You're going to see this obviously side by side when I am about to show you Rins, but you're going to see it anyway. But, you know, you're going to see it. Now we're going to get on to Jake Paul. What's going on with him? Basically, his Malinois. And these dogs are actually really, really hard dogs to train. I'm actually going to Google it right now to show you guys. Basically, based on information that is given. Were originally bred to be herding dogs. Today, they also work as police dogs, protection dogs, and family companions. In the hands, okay, let me highlight this. Hang on, it's taking a little bit. All right, right here. In the hands of an experienced dog person, right there. In the hands of an experienced dog person. They are intense, intelligent, and athletic companions. Okay? So get that in mind. Right there, get that in mind before we start. That these dogs are needing of an experienced owner. That usually means you have to either have a lot of dogs before in your life. You have to know a lot about them before even considering getting a Malinois. So let's go ahead and let me try to scroll down. It's taking a little bit. Come on. There we go. Now, come on. Always does this. Okay. All right, right here. Breed characteristics. Adapts well to apartment living. 1 out of 5 stars, meaning very, very poor. Good for novice owners. 3 out of 5 stars. Novice, meaning like they're not beginning owners. And it's still kind of iffy. Okay. Sensitivity level, 5 out of 5. Tolerates being alone, 3 out of 5. Tolerates cold weather, 4 out of 5. Tolerates hot weather, 4 out of 5. So right there, you're kind of looking at an iffy dog because they don't like to be alone too much. They are not good for novice owners, and they're not good for apartment living. So right there, you know, they're difficult dogs to work with. They're good with family. They're good. They're incredibly kid-friendly dogs, but they're not that very dog-friendly, and their friendliness towards strangers is kind of off as well. Health and grooming, amount of shedding isn't that bad. They're very easy to groom. They kind of have they're good at health. You know, they got good general health. They're not very much droolers. Easy to train is actually very, very high. Their intelligence is very high. Their potential for mouthiness is kind of in the middle. Their prey drive is pretty high. Tendency to bark or howl is pretty low. And wanderlust potential is kind of in the middle as well. So right there, you're kind of looking at a good trainable dog, which is very good for a dog that needs high experience. Exercise needs are very, very high. So they have very high energy level. Their intensity is pretty high. They need good exercise needs, and potential for playfulness is very high as well. They're herding dogs. They're about 1 foot 10 inches to 2 feet, 2 inches tall at the shoulder. Tall at the shoulder. They are about 40 to 80 pounds, and they live about 12 to 14 years. So right there, that is just basic information on these dogs that you need to know. So you kind of know what type of dog Jake Paul's dog Apollo is already, just by what I'm saying, is a very intensive breed of dog. So now we're going to look at
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Apollo, take it easy. Oh my God. Oh, him, Colin, get him, get him.
That's fine.
No, they're good. They're chilling. They're chilling.
That's fine.
Right there, the type of intensity that Impalo is giving as a young puppy is because of the high-strung energy and the excitability. And Jake just does not train it. He does not train it because he does not know how to train it. But just keep watching. And then, they're both kind of like doing this now, and they're kind of like, I mean, it could be in playful fun because they're still young dogs, but at the same time, if this was an older dog that was not around the same size or as tolerable, Apollo is going to get bit, and that, something crucial can happen to the dog because not training's in place. No training. Like, you just see it. Like, you can tell. And you can tell he keeps barking. He's showing excitability. Khan does not know what to do with it. But Khan is also, in a way, from you tell in the earlier clips, Khan has some sort of aggression towards dogs. So this could turn ugly.
Stop and sit.
Stop and sit. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Let's go see if they remember us.
You know what? I'm going to take Apollo to a dog trainer. Now that was a step in the right direction, because training is key with these sort of dogs. And they're very, very highly trainable. So it's very easy to train him, but due to the exercise level, Jake should honestly have Apollo in some sort of lure work or bite work or IPO, something of that sort. Most of you guys might not know what I'm talking about, but basically it's just extra activities for high-strung dogs like Apollo and like German Shepherds or that sort of dog in general.
I don't know what to expect. Are they gonna be good dogs now?
Now, see, what he doesn't understand by saying that is that they're not going to be good dogs. You have to implement training. With Rin, always, like, I implement it like as much as possible. You have to implement training. If you don't implement training, you're lost. And basically, he didn't do that when his dog was a puppy, and now he's paying for it now when his dog's happy.
To be right now is kind of quiet because they'll smell you, they hear you, and this is their association with you is not listening. Right? So when they hear you, they'll lose their mind.
So basically what this dog trainer is saying to them is that the dog's association with them, both the dogs, and I believe they're both Malinois. I don't know. One can just be a solid black German Shepherd. I'm not 100% sure, but their association with them is to not listen. So right there, they're on the wrong foot. And this trainer, obviously, he knows right away these are 20-year-old kids that don't know what they're getting into, and they think these are cool dogs to have. And, that's just what happens.
Apollo is a handful.
Apollo's a handful.
Apollo is a handful. He's very easily stimulated, excited.
Now, you see what that trainer just said. Apollo is a handful, meaning this dog was not trained. This dog is bad as shit, almost. Now, it's not Apollo's fault, because if Apollo was trained correctly, he would be a good dog. That's what I know. Malinois are very, very high-strung dogs. They need a lot of work. They are working dogs. They're herding dogs. They need something. They need that craving, Even Rin, she needs it too. She needs to do that, she needs to have something. Even on off days. I have an extreme con for her, just for her to do chewing, sort of thing. And she is amazing with it. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, see, he just said he's very easily stimulated and excited. Why? Because that's his personality, and he is not implementing anything to take that energy out. Sometimes the dogs are just overly hyper, and it's because their energy's in there and it's just there and they don't know what to do with it. This is what they're doing. They're just like this. And they're not listening because they're too like this. Sometimes you have to take them down a notch. You have to exercise them before anything. You know, I mean, that's just the basics. I mean, follow.
Go ahead now.
Now, that to me, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like the dog's hackles went immediately up. Her hackles went immediately up. And then that's not Apollo. But that is a huge warning sign right there. The hackle should not go up on a dog like that. Like, that is serious issues right there. Serious issues. And they're not doing anything to correct these dogs. And what's going to happen? These dogs are going to be at a vet and they're going to go attack another dog, or they're going to bite somebody. Something's going to happen, and the dogs are going to be put down, or they're going to be taken to a shelter, and then they're not going to be adopted. Then they're going to be put, it's a shame all around, because this is what happens. This is the cycle. Let's keep going. Why did he run away? Because he's not trained.
The person leaving our house didn't realize that Apollo...
Okay, so obviously he chased the car. Why? This is a highly advanced dog, and he's not training the dog or at all taking the energy out of the dog. Therefore, the dog's going to act out and do stuff like this, and the dog's not going to be trainable. There you go again. And he continues to chase the car. And also, I believe, no collar or anything on Apollo, which is really worse for him, because if he doesn't have a microchip, he could have lost his dog forever. All because
Apollo! Hi! Oh my god. Hi, buddy! Yo, where the Oh my god! Yo! Hi, buddy! Apollo! Oh my gosh. No way. Apollo!
So, nothing. Now, obviously, you can tell the dog's not wearing collar and that, because why is he holding the dog like that? If the dog had a collar, you could have just grabbed by the collar. That happened before one time. There was a dog that, that I was watching that slipped out of the gate. And, this was like years ago. And I didn't have a leash or anything. I was like maybe 10. I didn't, associate that, right? And I ran, got him by the collar. And, we just walked back. We walked back. And, but what I did was I was there. I did not leave. I, stayed until I got the dog. I know he was on a flight, but somebody should have, obviously this dog is not trained.
But she has to heel. Over. Good. And I keep her at a heel. So when I ask her to sit, she should sit. Sit. And of course gets corrected. Good girl. Now I'm going to drop the lead. Well, I'm going to do that next. We're going to continue. Come on. Over. And the leash is actually, there we go. Sit. Good girl. Great. Wait. Sit. Wait. This is still kind of new. Now, I should be able to go this far back without her moving. And she should be able to sit there and wait for me to actually command. Sorry for the hanger basket in the way, but until I command her to. Come here. Good girl. Now for task training, as you can tell, she heels and all, and going through doors is the same scenario. So for task, she does balance. So we're gonna do that. Balance. Very good. And we're also gonna do TPT. Come on. Come on. She's waiting for me. Come on. Come on. There we go. We're also going to do DPT. Sit. She should be able to sit. Sit. Good. Okay, I'm going to drop the lead. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to sit down over here. Come here. All the way. All the way. Yes. Good girl. Come on, all the way. Oh, you're all right. Good girl, yes. Now see, she should, now, this is how a service dog should act. Task training like this, which is called deep pressure therapy. She is trained to do this for me. She's trained to do balance. I need help getting up. And she's also trained to help me go up and down steps. And we are going to demonstrate that now. Come on. Up. I sometimes move her, but she gets the idea. Oh, your paw. There we go. There we go. I don't want to hurt you. Balance. 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 There we go. Yes. It's kind of off because she's really tired because we did a lot today on top of everything else. So excuse her for probably being off her game. She's kind of off due to that, but you know, we did a lot. We did training, aka practice. Practice is called training. We did PA, and then we did more practice. So she kind of had a lot to deal with. Come on. But yeah, see, perfectly healing, not going, wait. Yes, good girl. Okay, ready? 2. Yes, good girl. And then we do the same thing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, whoop, there we go. 2. Yeah. Try again. Come on. Yeah, this is, yes, good girl. Come on over here. Come on. Down. Yes, good girl. Good. Sit. Sit. Good. Focus. Good. Focus. Hey. Focus. Yes. And now going in and out of doorways. I'm going to show you that as well. We're going to go do that too. So let's go do that. Come on. Come on. So basically, she's getting a little bit behind. There we go. And we go through tight spaces just fine. Sit. Good. And that's how she should be demonstrating her, you know, herself. So now we're going to go, come on, over here. And we're going to do a walking outside. Just in a general area with the door. And I'm going to show you guys how that works. Now, of course, I need the key. Sit. 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 Good. And then always give a correction when they don't do what I want. When she doesn't do what I want, she has to wait. Wait. Sit. Sit. Wait. 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 See, door's wide open. Wait. Come on. Good girl. Oh, you're going off of heel. There you go. And of course, walking outside. Now, we're not going to go beyond this gate, but we're going to turn around. We're going to turn around here. Come on. There you go. Good. Good. Okay. Sit. 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 Good job. Wait. Wait. Sit. Wait. Good. Wait. Wait. I'm going to go back in. Wait. 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 Come on. Come on. Good job. Now that is how a service dog should be trained to act. My other ones, but I had a lot to talk about. Basically, Jake and Logan Paul are idiots that don't know what they're doing in regards to their dogs. So now I'm gonna let you guys see. You saw how their dogs act, and you saw what I brought up, and you saw the evidence of why I say what I did. Jake Paul should not be having a Malinois as a dog. He should, obviously they don't have control of those dogs at all. They need to do something else in that department. If the dogs are well controlled, it's a little bit different, but these dogs aren't controlled at all. And Logan Paul, honestly, I don't know why he did that. I know this was talked about months ago, but I'm bringing it up again because I want you guys to see the comparisons though between these two dogs, which are from the Dumb Brothers, to Rin, who is a trained service dog, but not only trained, owner trained completely. I didn't work with a professional. I did it all myself. This is the insanity of it. I did all the training myself. I didn't work with a trainer, nothing. I did it all myself. And this is what I'm getting at. It's that if they can't train their own dogs, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working with a trainer, but even after a trainer, if you still don't have control of your dog, there's ridiculousness in that. I'm sorry. I mean, I had control of Sparky, so even after working with a trainer. So, in conclusion, these two are idiots. They should not be having dogs. They should not be faking service dogs. And there's a reason why that place didn't tell Logan Paul, because they didn't want him knowing, because they knew he was going to break the law. And that employee hopefully got fired because if Khan would have attacked a real service dog, you know what that does? A lot of people don't understand this. Legitimate service dogs go backwards in their training by being distracted by a dog, but they're attacked by a dog. There's a chance they can't go back into service dog work. It's all because someone wanted to fake their dog. That's the ridiculousness of it. Alright guys, that's it for this video. See you guys next time.